the University Assistant Director in the Office of Academic Affairs at CUNY Central. Let's just give him a round of applause, and he has great words to say about leadership.
I need this. Okay, it's working. Because I'm recovering from a bad allergy, so my body's not that great. But good morning, everyone. Good morning. How you guys doing so far? Good? All right. So I've been hearing some of the presentation that already happened, and the word leadership came up a few different times. And the reason why Maya asked me to come here today is to quickly talk to you about leadership. Leadership is not something we talk about in 15 minutes, but we're going to try to squeeze as much as possible in there. But the reason why we're going to do it that way is because we want to be able to connect it to scholarships. What does leadership have to do with scholarships? And again, the word came up a few times, and that's why I wanted to really take this time to dig into it. So my name is Dr. Kafui Kwaku, and I work at CUNY Central. I'm also a faculty member at your college, and I do a lot of the leadership development activities and workshops throughout CUNY and outside CUNY as well. So what does leadership really mean for us here? The way we're going to start here today is we're going to do quick activities that I'm going to ask you because I like to get the crowd engaged. So the first one, we're going to do what's called the stand up and or sit down. So if the statement that I say applies to you, stand up. If it doesn't apply to you, just remain seated, okay? There's no wrong or right answer. It's just the way you feel about the statement. So the first one is, I am an aspiring leader. Are you an aspiring leader? Okay? All right. Good side of the room. All right, please sit down. The next one is, I am already a leader. If you feel like you are already a leader, please stand up. Okay? All right. So not bad as well. Okay, the next question, sit down please. And the next one is, I know my leadership style. Do you know your leadership style? What kind of leader are you? Do you know that? Okay, good. So that's just an activity to get you to start thinking about leadership overall. What is leadership and what does leadership really mean? So here, leadership, what is the definition of leadership? If I give you like 10 seconds and I ask you, what do you think leadership is? Who can tell me what leadership is? Anybody want to take a shot at it? Leadership, what is it? Yes. Okay, so you know what you're doing, but you're also making sure you're inspiring others and bringing other people along. Anybody else?
Leadership is somebody that set up an example and motivate somebody else to follow what he's doing.
Okay, so you're setting up the example so other people can also follow, right? All right, one last one, yes. So empowering others. So leadership is also a leader is somebody who also empower others as well as to get them to follow along. So there are some typical definitions that you'll see about leadership. We'll go to some of those, but I'm going to get to what leadership really means to me personally. So overall, you will see this definition, and these are just some overall. The action of leading a group of people or an organization. That's leadership. Or leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. So when you are leading, you are going somewhere. You're gathering the truth so all of you can get to that destination. That's what leadership means. So these are just some definitions that are available. But what leadership means to me personally is the ability to elevate others and provide them with the necessary tools in order for them to reach their full potential and achieve excellency. That's my own definition of leadership. And this definition is not something that happened overnight. It took time. Through all my experiences, starting from being a student, becoming a student leader, doing internship, becoming a professional, all those experiences that I had is what led me to create this own definition for myself. So the goal for you is also going to get to a point where you need to create your own definition for leadership. Because as you heard earlier, most scholarships you're going to be applying for, are gonna ask you to tell your story. And when you tell your story, that's gonna be the time when you tell in that story what leadership means to you. And leadership can mean different things. What leadership is to me may not be what it is for you. But you have to find your own voice and being able to express what that leadership means to you. And that's why it's very important to start thinking about all the different experiences you have had in your own personal journey until now, and start thinking about what are the different elements that have contributed to you looking at yourself as a leader or aspiring to become a leader. So there are different types of leadership, and we're not going to go through all of them because we don't have the time. I'm going to focus primarily on two of them today. But we have democratic style leadership, we have autocratic, laissez-faire leadership, strategic leadership, transformational, transactional, coach style, and situational leadership. So, and the list goes even longer than that. But here are some different type of leadership. But the one really that I want to focus on today is the democratic style leadership. The democratic style leadership has another sub-leadership style that is really becoming a prominent style of leadership. And a lot of you, especially going to Hostos and being involved in the community, that's the one a lot of you are going to be practicing as you are evolving and becoming the leaders that you want to be. And this is called the servant leadership. Anybody here have provided help to anybody at school, outside school, in their community? Raise your hand if you have done that. See? The minute you raise your hand that you have helped somebody, this is who you are. So some of you already saying that you are not leaders, but you probably view leadership as something that is so up high that you feel like, oh, I need to get there, without realizing that you have been a leader all these times. By just helping people in your communities, even if it's in school. You are a leader by doing that. Getting involved in the community, that's what servant leadership is. And when you write your essays, when it comes to scholarship, they want to read about this. What are the different things you have done that impacted you, that impacted the community? Who have you helped? What are the different things you have done? And just participating in clubs, for example, at the college, being part of student government, being part of the CUNY Service Corps. Any CUNY Service Corps member here? All right. So being part of the CUNY Service Corps, by you getting involved in the community, you are practicing what's called the servant leadership. And it is very essential for you to notice it, to know it, and to start reflecting on it. Because if you are not reflecting on it, most of them, when I ask the question, a lot of people raise their hand, but I bet you a lot of you haven't really taken time to sit down and reflect on those experiences in helping others. And that's why it's so hard, as the previous speaker said, that talking about yourself is something that's really hard. Because we don't take time to actually sit down and reflect on those experiences that we have. But you have to start doing that. Because the minute you start reflecting on those experiences that you have, guess what? When you start writing your essay for scholarship, everything is just going to be flowing. Because you have taken time to sit down and analyze all those different experiences that you have had. So here is really just an overall thing that you need to have as you are thinking about servant leadership. So the primary goal of servant leadership is to serve those you are leading. So you have to be leading a group of people, but you have to be helping them, you have to be serving them. The servant leaders approach decision making as a collective effort, and both encourages and value the input of others. Essentially, this type of leaders believe in power sharing business model. They are the opposite of authoritarian leader, which is one of the styles that we mentioned earlier. So when you're a servant leader, others matter. That's the bottom line. It's not just about you. Whenever you are sitting in a group and there is a problem you're trying to solve, guess what? You're always seeking other people's input in that decision-making process. But if you are the type that there is something that there's a problem and you always say, I have the solution, it's going to be my way or the highway, then you are what's called the authoritarian leadership. And you don't want to be that, because you don't want to be writing your essay and telling whoever you're asking to give you the scholarship, I'm the only one who makes this decision. If people don't follow my decision, then they're not part of my group. Do you really want to write that in your essay? No, you don't want to write that. But as a person reading that essay, if I hear you say, you know what, I'm part of X, Y, and Z club at the college. And every time we have meeting, we have different situations that came up. And what I did is I tried to build consensus. I involve everybody in the group, not just the executive, but everybody in our club, so we can brainstorm on how we want to come up with a solution for the problem. And the problem we have is this problem, and this is when we brainstorm together, this is the solution we were able to come up with. And it's not just one person who came up with that, all of us did that. And guess what we did? We all took a little piece of that solution and implemented it, and the results were great. By you framing it that way, if I'm reading that, oh, I'm interested. I want to know who you are, what kind of club you are part of, and I want to see you. Because remember, a lot of times when people are reading those scholarship essays, they don't know you. They're only painting a picture of you through that essay. So they're reading that essay, and their brain is painting a picture of what type of person you are through that essay. So the better the story, the better it is for you, because you're going to have a better understanding of who you are and a better picture of who you are. Okay, so the other type of leadership that I said I wanted to talk about is what's called the everyday leadership. So oftentimes we practice everyday leadership without realizing. And there is a video earlier that I usually like to play there because we don't have a lot of time. I took the video out. But what does everyday leadership mean? Everyday leadership really is the basic things you do. When you see an elder coming trying to cross the street, and you stop and help the elder cross the street. That's part of everyday leadership. Somebody is coming through the door, and you held the door open for them. You don't know them, you didn't expect anything in return, you just held the door open so they can go through the door. All those little things that you do are things that are everyday leadership. The thing about everyday leadership is a lot of people are paying attention to you without you noticing that people are paying attention. So what I mean by that is people will always see, wow, every time I see this young man, this young lady, all they do is help others, do this for this person. You know what? I really want to either meet that person or I just want to be like that person. So that's something that I'm saying to myself. Maybe I never told you that, but guess what you have done? You have impacted my life. You have impacted my life, and you will be impacting a lot of people's life when you practice everyday leadership, because people will always pay attention, people are always observing. So make sure everything you do in your everyday is a reflection of who you really are when you're trying to serve your community and help the community, because all those experiences are what's going to go into you being able to tell your story in those essays that you'll be writing for your scholarship. So everyday leadership is something that is very essential. You do it all the time. Now just be mindful that other people might be looking as well. Because sometimes if somebody have done something that they don't know that impacted you, that made a positive impact on you, tell them. Because oftentimes people do that, we don't even take time to thank them or say something to them. So tell them, because then they feel good about themselves as well, and they will continue to even strive to do more of those things to help the community become a better place. So take a time to tell them all those little things that they have done to impact you. Okay, so I said earlier, what type of leader are you? So given everything we just talked about in the past 10 minutes, do you already have a sense of what type of leader you are? Do you have a sense of that? Or do you have a sense of what type of leader you want to be? What you are and what you want to be. You can, if you're still not confident enough that you are there, that's fine. But what type of leader you want to be is going to be very essential. You need to be able to understand that, because that's how you're going to be able to tell your story. So I want to be able to just give you this small presentation so you can use that in your reflection as you start thinking about how to write those stories and essays when you apply for those scholarships. I think that should be. Yeah. So the last thing here is just some of the key characteristics that every leader should have. You need to be passionate, you need to have a purpose, vision. All those different things are very essential for you to be able to be that positive leader, that effective leader that you want to be. So these are very essential characteristics that you want to have. And when you write your essays, if you can talk about all these characteristics in your essays, believe me, anybody that reads your essays always want to meet. They will want to meet you, because you're going to feel compassionate, they're going to feel connected to your story, and they will want to give you that scholarship. Okay? Thank you very much.
Great.
Okay. Time to take some screenshots. So now we're going to introduce another person who came all the way from John Jay College. Her name is Franciana Cisneros, and she works at, or you're a fellow, right? She's a fellow at the Immigrant Student Success Center that was newly opened in John Jay College, and she's going to speak about resources for undocumented and immigrant students. Let's welcome Franciana.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I don't have a presentation like everybody did, so I'll introduce myself. My name is Franciana Cisneros, and I currently graduated from here, Hostos Community College, last spring semester. And I'm a junior. I'm a junior at John Jay, and my major is economics. And so I'm a fellow at the John Jay, so I'm part of the first cohort of the fellows at the center. And I got here when I was 7 years old, so I didn't speak Spanish or English, so it was hard to adapt to a new environment. And this center has given me the opportunity to go back to my community and help out. And so that was my whole motivation of applying for the fellowship at John Jay. So the Immigrant Student Success Center is a new center, and it's the first of its kind in the CUNY system. It helps students who are undocumented or directly impacted. The creation of this center, it shows the commitment of John Jay to the undocumented community. At John Jay, there's also a John Jay Dreamers Club. So that space is designed to support the undocumented and documented community as well. On the center, we have the weekly newsletters, which we offer. On the newsletters that comes with job opportunities and scholarships that are open to undocumented students, because mostly undocumented students have a hard time finding resources. We also offer legal screenings on campus. So none of us on the center are lawyers, so we offer legal screenings where lawyers come to the campus and go through individual cases. So as mentioned before, the fellowship is first time happening. They hire undocumented and other impacted students. The point of the fellowship is to go back to your high school or community college and go support your community by giving resources that are now available. They also come with a competitive stipend of $3,000 to $4,000 per semester. We also offer academic and professional development, examples such as how to create a business and how to navigate. The benefit of this center is that there's always one person that is available at all times to advocate and support the undocumented community. We also provide support with DACA renewals, deportation defense, and interaction with ICE. And we also give immediate financial support if needed from students who are going through hard times into paying their school or anything that has to do with tuition. So that's all for today. I know that most of people are not planning on going to John Jay, but I know that there's a CUNY Justice Academy at Hostos, so they automatically go to John Jay. So if anyone is interested in the center, we're at John Jay. And that's all for today.
And a very useful piece of information is that here at Hostos we have developed some scholarships that are good for undocumented students, and those are internal scholarships. But we have also identified some external scholarship opportunities that are very good for immigrant students or undocumented students. So feel free to come by and feel free to ask about those opportunities. And I understand that this is a very sensitive topic. I understand that not everybody feels comfortable talking about this kind of things or expressing that they are immigrants or undocumented. But be assured that the information that you share with me in your office stays there. That's not going to be shared with anybody. And the only reason if I ask any one of those questions to try to find out what your situation is, the only reason I do that is to try to figure out which opportunities I can offer you and how I can better assist you. And with that, we're going to continue, and I'm going to call now some students who are past recipients of scholarships, and I am also going to call the student government body at Hostos Community College to come to the front. They are going to share, the student government is going to share about their scholarships, I should say. They develop different scholarships, and every semester they offer them. And this semester, they also work on developing a new one, which is a great opportunity that now also includes those students who fall on probation for different situations that they might be going through. Who, unfortunately, before, we could not assist in any other way possible because you always need certain GPAs to be able to receive a scholarship. But when you're going through emergencies, when you're going through unusual circumstances, everything gets affected, including your GPA. And it is just sad that we're not able to help you so that you can get out of that situation. So now the SGA has developed that scholarship, and I'm just extremely happy for that. And I'm going to call one of my student speakers, that's Ms. Samika. Can you please come to the front? And I'm going to call Katie to come to the front as well. They have both applied to different scholarships through my office, Hostos scholarships, and they have become recipients. They're going to talk about their experiences applying and their experiences through the services that they have received in the office. Let's start with the students.
Hello and good morning. My name is Kelvin Pineda and I'm the Student Government Association President. And I just wanted to introduce two of the scholarships that we're going to be opening. The third one will be explained by our Senator Govis Taveras. So the first one is the Student Government Association Merit Scholarship. The Student Government Association Merit Scholarship is now available. Well, within the next 2 weeks it'll be open and we'll disseminate all the flyers. And Hostos students, and it's earned through academic achievements upon eligibility. 8 students will be awarded a total of $500. So the eligibility criteria: must maintain a GPA of 3.0, demonstrated commitment to community service, must obtain a letter of recommendation from either Hostos faculty and staff, or work with a community service agency. Also, with a minimum of 250 words and a maximum of 500 words, answer one of the following questions. How will graduating in your current area of study help you make an impact or difference in our society under the current administration? And what inspired you to pursue this major? Also, the Student Government Association Need-Based Scholarship will be awarded to, well, it actually varies because it's going to be from $100 to $500, and that varies on your actual need. If nominated as possible recipient for the scholarship, you must fill out a W-9 form in order to receive your scholarship award, and the eligibility must submit proof of amount due for tuition, have a minimum cumulative GPA of 2.0 with a minimum of 250 words and a maximum of 500 words, answer the following questions in an essay. What are the challenges you face as a Hostos student? And the supplemental question, please describe your financial need. So I'll actually speak on 2 of the scholarships that I received recently, which was the Fine and Family Fund and also the Circle 100 Fund. So I didn't receive full financial aid or Pell this semester, which kind of set me back a little bit. While I work, sometimes, as you all know, living in New York, it's a little bit expensive. So the money that we make isn't always up to par with what we actually need. So I needed almost $300 worth of books this semester. And also I had a couple other things that I had to pay. I was stressed out. I was really, really, really stressed out. And our very, very intelligent and caring scholarship coordinator, Maya Lidfeld, had explained to me that I should apply to 2 of these scholarships. And she actually walked me through the whole process. You know, sometimes it's a little bit embarrassing to come and say that we need something, but I didn't feel that when I was speaking to her, because she explained to me, you know, like, I'm not the only student that's going through this. And I hope that none of you feel that way. You should always feel open to come and speak to her. So that being said, I received both of those scholarships, and it put me right on track. I didn't fall behind because I was able to buy my books and also pay off any other of the things that I needed. So I had a little bit of a tuition balance. I needed to buy my books, and I had a left over for whatever else that I needed to help me through the semester. Honestly, there's a lot of resources in this school. We just have to be willing to dig a little bit for them. And don't be scared. There's always somebody that's right next to you that's willing to help. Also, with our scholarships that we're opening, it's going to be a total of $12,000 split into 3 different scholarships for a total of $4,000 each. With that being said, I'm going to pass off the mic to.
Hello, everybody. My name is Moise Agbaje, member of the student government. I'm the commissioner for campus affairs, and well, we just wanted to let you know, like, a little bit more detail about the SGA aside from the scholarship. Like, we were going to provide help with the scholarship we were providing, but we provide more help than the scholarships. But I want to tell you about the emergency metro cards we'll be having up very soon, hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks. And those emergency metro cards, some members are not ASAP members, so I can understand why you have to pay for your transit. Like, I'm an ASAP member, so I have the metro card. But the purpose of the metro card is a little short this week or a little short next week. You can walk up to us, we assess your situation, and we give you like a tour ride to get you home at least, and all back the next day, and then we'll find a solution. And then the purpose of the metro card is to make sure you're not stuck at any point in school or outside of school. So when you have the need for a quick transit, there's not enough money, or you don't just have the means, you can walk up to the SGA. However, that's not the only thing you can walk up to us for. If you look at the team, you're looking at a very bright team right here. So we have lots of resources that we want to give, but we need you to come to us, because we love to spoon feed you, but we will need you to open your mouth so we can spoon feed you. So anytime you need resources, we have tons of resources that we know about. We just need you to come to us so we can give you those resources. And hopefully you get to know us much more. You get to know a little bit more information about us and the services that we provide. And please give us the chance to help you. And now I'll pass the mic to Senator Gomez to that.
Hi everybody. So, as you guys know, my name is Golden Tavares, and you know, many of you have seen me like around school, always running around, like bothering like the staff, bothering like Maji. I'm always annoying her, but you know, I'm more than that. Like, I'm a writer, I'm an inventor, and on top of all that, like, I'm a human rights advocate. That's enough about me. Let's talk about something different. You know, every year there's thousands of dollars that get used, and the students don't get them. You know, and that's very sad, because like, I know you guys have a need. All of you have something that, you know, that need money for. So now, personally, that's not because of me, because I've gotten more than $8,500 in scholarship money. I have received the Racing Star Scholarship for the Young Professional Group. That's an external scholarship that, thanks to the website, I got it. I've gotten the Honorable Hector Diaz Scholarship by Acacia Network. That's this school. Also, I've gotten the Ramon Jimenez Memorial Scholarship of Social Policy and Practice, the Bronx Element Leadership and Social Justice Scholarship, and many more. The reason why I've gotten so many scholarships, and I will get many more, is because I'm proactive about my education. I do not wait until somebody tells me, oh, here, there's money for you. No. not going to wait until the government finally agrees that we need free education. Our generation needs free education. I'm not going to wait for that. So since day one, I created a scholarship profile, which Maji explained where to go to do. After I created the scholarship profile, I've gotten 4 scholarships because of like a section that says recommended opportunities. That magical tool has blessed me, and without it, I would have been $8,500 in debt. Honestly, I did not get that scholarship because of my beautiful face or because of my GPA. I did not get it because of that. I got those scholarships because I have worked for them. I have shown up for my community when needed. I am there for my community, and I've done many hours of volunteering, and I plan on doing many more. And that's why people care. So the wonderful members of student government and I passed a new and different scholarship that has never been passed before. No, every year, as the president mentioned earlier, the student government opens 2 scholarships, which is merit and need-based. And today I'm proud to say that we opened a 3rd one, which is the SGA Hardship Scholarship Fund. This scholarship, as the name entails, is going to be used for any need outside or inside school that may be affecting the student's academic. The scholarship is mainly aimed for students who usually do not get financial aid because of academic probation. Anyways, any student is welcome to apply. The scholarship, what is requested for the scholarship? You need to be an enrolled student. You also need to describe the financial need, 1 paragraph, and then you have to send like a documentation of the need. Additionally, I've personally been looking for ways to find donors to get money for undocumented students. I'm not asking you for thanks or anything in return. My point here is to tell you, I believe you do not need to be rich to give back to your community. Thank you.
Hello everybody. My name is Khalifa and I'm the actual vice president for the SGA. So I see a couple of them, they all came here for papers, stuff like that, so I'm just gonna have to improvise. So all I need to say is this, with the three scholarships we are opening, it's open for everybody in this floor, which is the 7,000 people that go to Hostos. Because we are here for you guys, and if we put money on the floor and you guys not coming on us, the money is not gonna be worth it, so we're just gonna waste of money. So we just asking, begging, doing everything, just like come on us. Our office is on the C building, on the C building floor. Come up here, come apply, and we're gonna try to do our best to be here for you guys. Let's say you come to us and we don't have like something for you guys, we're gonna find a way to make you satisfied for the school. We're gonna try to send you on the right way, on the right office for any of this petty money. It has to be money for school, for everything. So just thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andre Thompson, and I'm a senator. I need you guys to bear with me because this is unscripted. I actually have experience applying to scholarships before. I'm currently applied to the Circle of 100 and the Finder family. It's my first time ever applying to these scholarships. I wouldn't have probably known about them if it wasn't for the help of Margie Litchfield. So I just want to thank her that we have the opportunity to do these things to get money. And I was facing like a family situation, so it's gonna help a lot. So yeah, don't be afraid to apply and be honest. Thank you.
Okay, and now, very briefly, they have only maybe 20 seconds, less than that. I'm so sorry, it's already 12 o'clock. 12:01, we're already over time. I am so sorry about that. It's going to take only 30 more seconds, and then an extra 30 seconds for the Leadership Academy coordinator, so you can hear a little bit about community service engagement and how that affects your scholarship eligibility. Okay?
Good morning, well, good afternoon. Since I only have 30 seconds, I'll make it as fast as possible. I'm gonna say advocate for yourself and advocate for others. I wouldn't be standing here today if I didn't come last semester and start the same way you guys started. After I came here, I made sure to email Mrs. Litfield that same day. I spoke with every speaker who spoke that day. I got business cards, flyers. I opened up that packet immediately and started setting up my account online, and that's what you guys need to do. I received $1,800 last semester. I had problems financially. I have 2 children to provide for. I work, I'm married, I have a lot of bills to pay, and the scholarships provided for me. I won the Student Government Merit Scholarship. I won the Bronx Leadership Social Practice Scholarship, and I'm not gonna stop here, and you guys shouldn't stop either. Keep going. This is the first step. Don't give up. There's going to be a lot of problems coming your way when it comes to applying for scholarships, but just don't give up. The money is there. You just got to put in the effort.
Hi everybody, my name is Patty. I'm a radiology student, and I mean the reason why I'm not really like a much talker. So I'm saying that the scholarship really helped me. Being that I'm a alien health student, it's hard to focus on your